This is your Filipino page, and welcome to my page. Okay, so I'm gonna answer one question from my subscribers, Ray Mac. Shout out and thank you for this tough, wonderful question. Like it's a Miss Universe question. Okay, he asked me this question. When did you had the last spanking? It's because I was talking about, I think I have to make this clear, all right? So first is, let's talk about discipline that I had mentioned in my previous video. It was a disciplinary action from my dad. So usually what we do, I'm not sure of other homes or how their father disciplines them or their moms, but usually it's the dad. It's always the man in the house that does the discipline in the Philippines. If in case there would be like initial punishment or discipline from the mom, but you have to prepare for the final ones coming from your father. That's more like frightening and let's say more serious, like your heartbeat becomes really beating so fast or just wanting to come out from your chest of nervousness. Because in my family, my dad usually have this kind of policy. You do one mistake, it depends on the gravity, intensity, and severity of the mistake that you did. So for just not too much normal, first is get a warning. So usually when it's just like little things and my dad is there, he will just do like that and look you in the eyes, and then you start to keep quiet. You see that shorts video that I had before for this Filipino family, it's like that. Usually from the father, they will just say psst, or just give hand signals like this, like, or then you understand. Kids already understand that, or just look you in the eyes, or do the pointing of the mouth, means go to your room. It's like that. And then second warning, he will give you if you do it again, and until the third final where you get the real punishment. The second warning may be just a verbal warnings, but some also verbal, and a bit of punishment, like you will be in the corner for an hour, or you will kneel. You cannot leave that circle of, he will draw a circle in the corner. You cannot get out of the that circle. You can just be inside. So it's your contained space, punishment circle, we call that. Yeah. Now the third one, it's actually the final punishment, and expect really different kinds of punishments, like a bit heavier punishments. Like for example, I experienced this all, on salt or mung beans. Then you do like this with your both hands with two books, one book here and one book here. Or sometimes you squat like that with books here. You have to do like this. Or yes, that one I told you that you will be tied under the table, 1 foot of the table. Or you will just go inside your room. You cannot go out. You will just be given food there. Not just maybe each 30 minutes or after lunch, like this. Depends on the time. Depends on what's going on in his mind or what he thinks that time at the spur of the moment. Sometimes, yes, spanking, whipping here with a broom or a chinelas. That's not too severe, but it's like the second the level 2 kind of punishment. Hitting you with a broom, or yes, the worst one was he will take his belt. You see there's a buckle here in the belt. Sometimes that's the very severe. Just once he will hit you here, not in the face, on the body, only in the thigh, here in the sides of your thigh or your behinds. That's it. So, or the whole belt, you know, maybe 3 times, or depends on what he thinks at the spur of the moment. Depends on your sin also, what you did wrong. If it's really bad, like you disrespect them, our elders, your grandparents, you shout, you steal money, you went outside without asking permission, or you asked permission when you didn't come home on the curfew or the time that you promised to go home, get ready with your cartoon. Sometimes I remember I tried to put cartoon here in my behind, but he knew. I got more punishment. Yes, and okay, I'll tell you another funny thing. I'm really crazy, in a good way, not really crazy, okay? I'm redeeming myself. Because I want to play outside with other kids. Of course, kids, they want to be with other kids too, like that. So after lunch, suppose we will have our siesta. That's a Spanish word for like sleeping hours in after lunch in the afternoon, like say 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock, like this. So we have to sleep. Kids have to sleep. So, but then me, I did not sleep. I went out. We have a very big yard, and we have gates. And our gate is, because we have a bamboo plantation, so we don't want to spend, my parents and my grandparents don't want to spend for that cement and all this blah, 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 wires, barbed wires, cyclone wires thing. So they made our fences with bamboos. And then below, like maybe 1/4 of the height of the gate, there are plants of my grandmother's, like bushes. It was like you can trim it to make it also like a fence or a barricade or something like that. And at the same time, ornamental. You know what I did? Because the gate was locked. I don't have the keys, and I went there. And then I broke these bamboos. And very small, that I just can fit in. And I was like a dog crawling outside. Really, I was like a dog like that. They didn't know, before. Then it was already like everybody, because usually most of us, even the elders, are sleeping. My parents, if it's weekend, they're also sleeping. So all of us are really on siesta. Then they woke up and they were looking for me, of course. I wasn't there. I was already there playing. Imagine this under the scorching heat of the sun. It's 2, 3 o'clock. It's very hot in the Philippines. And I was playing. Then they were looking for me. And then I went of course, they saw me there because I was just in the neighborhood, actually. I don't go far with also my relatives in the neighborhood. We went home. They found me, and then, yeah. I had the punishment, really, a lot. And my grandmother, from my dad, also from my grandmother, because I destroyed her plants, and from my grandfather, because he was the ones manually making the carpentry of the fences. Oh my God, I didn't do it again, I promise, because it was really a bad punishment that day. I think, if I can remember right, my dad whipped me, and then I knelt on the mung beans with the books like that for almost 1 hour. Really. Of course, they're checking on me. Just really, this is the thing. Of course, our parents also is hurting inside. But of course, as parents and as a dad, as a man, you have to be like really showing like you're the disciplinarian. That's why we really respect our fathers, or the man in the house, because it's how it is in the Philippines. Always the man will, we always look at them as really the leaders. Honestly, you ask permission to your mom, she will say, "Okay, no, we have to wait. Uh, we have to wait for your dad's decision." She cannot decide on her own. No, she has to ask permission from my dad. So it's also like that. Even generally it's like that there. So the last punishment I had, of course, is when I was in, maybe I was 8 years old, probably, because that time, my parents are already separated, and it's already, I don't know, it's already, everybody is here and there and everywhere. So the system had broken down. The walls have broken down. So everything is not in proper order as it is. The family is really not the family that it was before. So, yeah. Next is the questions. Actually, he was asking me like if it was the OTK spanking from my ex, the father of my kids. To be honest, I really did not have that one, because discipline part that I was referring to is like more of like leading us, discipline us if we want to go out. Like, I want to go to a birthday party and then the man would say no, you can't, like this. That's what I was referring to. So physical discipline, it's not really common in the Philippines. It's actually not promoted and it's not practiced, to be honest, because we are very peace loving, and it's like, for us, it's already not in the proper order of things in the Philippines, because we all respect each other's roles and significance. So women are very respected in the Philippines for their role as women. Say it's really a big no to hit a woman physically. If you are referring to, role playing in the bedroom or something like, exploration in your act, it depends on you. It's more on both talks, but it's not, I don't know, I cannot speak in behalf of other couples, but what I can say is what I really know, that it's not common in the Philippines like that. So maybe there are some who do, challenging role playing and reenactment, something like that, or exploration, or a bit adventure. There might be. We just don't know, because it's, I repeat that these topics are taboos in the Philippines to discuss. So it's always like, it's not that it's not good that we see to discuss, but it's just like we respect it as an act for couples, and it's private, intimate, sacred thing between couples. We respect their privacy. We respect whatever between couples, whatever is going on. So it's not for us to really discuss it publicly or tell other people or friends or families about that. So whatever agreement or activities couples have there, we don't really know about that, like, openly. So it's really very protected and respected. But what I can say is, hitting a woman, like really, like if you're arguing or you're fighting like this, it's a no-no, because we are very strict on that. You will hit a woman, that's already domestic violence. And usually when a father will give already the hand of his daughter to the groom to be or the husband to be, he will always tell the man, please take good care of my daughter. If you don't love her anymore, don't hurt her physically. Don't hurt her. If you're angry with her, don't hurt her. Give her back to me, to our family, formally. That's how usually the in Filipino fathers tell the future husband or the boyfriends or the groom to be or the partners. It's like that. It's never allowed to hit a woman there, because again, the respect is understood, that we men there knows and understood innately that women are fragile. Women are supposed to be taken care of by men, loved, cared, like a glass. They are like that. That's how women are treated in the Philippines. At the same time, women, again, know and understand that this is her duty and obligation to her man. Cook, clean, take care. Please give him all, as long as, of course, she's not being exploited or disrespected. The same way to the man, everything is all good. Careful, because why? Because again, we have this violence against women and children law anywhere you are, schools, homes, communities, everywhere. Any woman could complain, even in the local community. For this, in the local police stations, there is a desk for women's and children, and we are very, very particular with that. At the same time, there are also laws for the men that, it's just like harmony and unity in the society, at homes, like that. Like everyone has respective role, significance, value, importance, and rights. And that some rights and privileges are different to each other. It's a balance, actually. So this one, the violence against women and children law, it's really followed, and you cannot really physically, emotionally, psychologically abuse women and children. A woman cannot also abuse that power that they are given, or that privilege that they are given, because again, most of us always think of the consequences of our actions before doing it, most of the time, not all the time, but and then we have always self-conscious, and we know that the society, we are aware that our society is not amenable to these things. It's not acceptable to the society, that it is not proper, that it is wrong. It's not that the society is the one to be followed, but it's just like our check and balance. The society serves as our check and balance. So in a way, anywhere we go, from our homes, there are, we have our parents, we have our elders there. And when you go outside, you have the people, the society, that will, at least not directly, that they will, oh, no, don't go there. No, not like that. Like it's already there, just there, that you will feel unspokenly. All of you understood what's not supposed to, what's this, what's that, and what's the right and wrong. Like everyone is conscious and aware. So you have a check and balance all the time, even for yourself. we always say, oh, maybe the society will, people will brand me as like this if I do this, or maybe my family will know, and then it's a shame for the family. That's the thing. And then when there is shame, who understood that our family will be shamed, people will not respect our family. So it's like, connection to everyone. What you do is connected to all the family. And our family in the Philippines, our family and our tradition is really a heavyweight division in boxing. Really. Oh my gosh. So that is my answer, my friend Ray Mac. Thank you very much for your question. With regards to the OTK spanking, it's not really open in the Philippines, and it's not really discussed publicly, or it's not common also, never in the minds of a lot of people, Filipinos, that there's like this things existing, or there you have to do it or something like that. I think it's more subjective between couples. So I don't know, it depends on your agreement. But usually I think Filipinas wouldn't really go for that. So it's not really common practice, and it's not really introduced to us that way. So it's more of a personal, private thing between couples. So whatever you agree, yeah, but you cannot force Filipinas to do that, because it's not what we are used to do, and what we grown up with. That idea is not really welcomed in our minds, to be honest. Now, when I say discipline from the man or the husband, it's more of, leading us like, okay, I don't like my kids to go this excursion. I want you to do this, go to the bank and do this, like something like that. In a way, hitting, no, you can't spank, even, spank. Maybe we have a saying in the Philippines also, again, when a man or even a woman starts hitting a person, it's like an addiction. It's like a virus that you will do it again the next time. You will hit, you will hit, you will hit, until it will really grow violently. So that's what we are avoiding. So now, with regards to like the fun in the and playful, being playful in the bedroom, it depends on the couple. But I will tell you honestly, Filipinos are not really that too much on into that. Again, because we're it's our we have a different culture on that, and understanding on that. So maybe a bit of like, not really like sadistic way. No, no, please. But just a sweet teasing and like that, maybe. Yes, they we do it like that. Personally, if you are asking me, oh, I don't know if I could answer this in a... No, it's very private. Actually, it's too personal. But just in a general manner, yeah. But oh, it's so hard to answer. I told you this is a Miss Universe, very tough question, out of this world question for us, for me. It can be done, yes, but not severe, not like the sadistic way. Otherwise, we will conceive the idea as really domestic violence, and it is not allowed in the Philippines. No. Because, again, our background is more peace loving, and more women are really taken care of like a glass or a crystal that shouldn't be broken. They taken care of because they are fragile, delicate. And our men understood that. We understood that. We know also when to do the proper way and the right way, and to respect and love and care for our men. It's never an issue, all of this. Actually, it's just like everybody's doing their own respective roles, and we understood silently, and no, never an issue, actually. So I don't know if I answer your question. Maybe the more personal, we just keep it within, I just keep it within myself. But it would really depend. It would really depend on, but for me personally, I don't like that really violent thing, honestly. I would listen, and I would understand, and I would really bow down to my king if I know that it's the right thing and I trust him.